Have you ever felt it, that quiet but undeniable pull from deep within? A force that whispers you're meant for more than the routine, more than just checking boxes, paying bills, and getting through the week. Something inside you knows you're capable of real, lasting change. Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins isn't just another motivational read. It's a powerful wake-up call, a battle cry to rise above mediocrity and reclaim control over your life. This book challenges you to master the very forces that shape your destiny, your emotions, your beliefs, your decisions. Robbins takes you on a journey into the psychology of transformation, showing how to break free from limiting patterns, how to rewire your thoughts, and how to build a life driven by purpose, not fear. Whether you're trying to break a bad habit, start a business, strengthen your relationships, or take charge of your finances, this book doesn't just inspire, it gives you the tools to act. In this video, we're diving into Robbins' most transformative ideas, the principles that have changed millions of lives, and how you can start using them today to awaken the giant within you. Because you're not just here to survive. You're here to lead, to grow, to live fully. So, are you ready to wake up? At its core, Awaken the Giant Within is built on one simple but life-altering idea. You have the power to shape your life through the power of your decisions. According to Tony Robbins, it's not the conditions we're born into that define us. Not our past, our problems, or the hand we were dealt. It's the choices we make every single day that chart the course of our future. Every moment, whether you realize it or not, you're making decisions. You decide what to focus on. You decide what meaning to give to your experiences. And you decide how to respond. These decisions, small and seemingly insignificant, stack up over time. They build your habits, shape your beliefs, and ultimately design your destiny. So if you want to change your life, Robbins says, you don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You just need to start making better decisions starting now. The book breaks down personal transformation into three powerful pillars. 1. Personal transformation. Robbins guides you to master the core of who you are, your emotions, your habits, and your beliefs. He teaches you how to interrupt patterns that keep you stuck, and replace them with empowering rituals that align with the life you truly want. It's about creating a vision for your life and aligning your behavior with that vision intentionally. 2. Emotional mastery. Here's the truth. Life doesn't get easier, but you can get stronger. Robbins shows you how to take control of your internal world, so that no external event, no crisis, no failure, or unexpected turn can shake your foundation. You learn how to manage stress, channel fear into action, and cultivate the emotional resilience to keep moving forward, even when life pushes back. 3. Financial destiny. Money is never just about dollars and cents. It's about your psychology, your beliefs about scarcity, abundance, risk, and self-worth. Robbins digs deep into how our financial behaviors are rooted in emotion and conditioning, and how you can reprogram your mindset to create lasting wealth and freedom. And the best part, this isn't just motivational fluff or theory. It's real, it's practical, it's actionable. Awaken the Giant Within gives you tools, strategies, and step-by-step guidance to take back control of your mind, your choices, and your future. So if you're tired of living on autopilot, if you're ready to stop reacting and start creating, this book might just be the spark that lights your transformation. Because the giant isn't out there somewhere. It's already within you. All you have to do is wake it up. Tony Robbins is one of the most recognized and influential life strategists in the world. A peak performance coach trusted by presidents, world-class athletes, Fortune 500 CEOs, and millions of everyday people. But his story didn't start with success. He wasn't born into privilege, raised in a broken home, Robbins experienced poverty, emotional hardship, and the kind of instability that crushes many. But instead of breaking under the weight, he made a decision to rise above it. Through relentless learning, self-discipline, and massive action, he rewrote his story. And today, he dedicates his life to helping others do the same. Robbins doesn't just teach theory or teaches what he's lived. His book, Awaken the Giant Within, is more than just a guide. It's a personal roadmap, drawn from the exact strategies he used to transform his life. It's about discovering the power within you to make better choices. Shift your mindset and take control of your future. Because if Tony Robbins could awaken his jump despite where he started, then so can you. Let's dive into the core principles of Awaken the Giant Within, the foundational ideas that Tony Robbins says can radically transform your life when truly understood and applied. These aren't abstract philosophies. They're powerful truths grounded in psychology, experience, and action. And each one carries the potential to unlock the life you've always wanted. 1. Decisions shape destiny. According to Robbins, your decisions net your conditions determine your destiny. Too often, we surrender our power. We blame the economy, our past, other people, or even our emotions. But Robbins insists that in every moment, we hold the ultimate power, the power to choose. One decision, that's all it takes. Decide to start, decide to stop, decide to demand more from yourself. For example, instead of saying, "I can't save money," Robbins challenges you to flip the script. Say, "I pay myself first." That single decision, repeated consistently, becomes a new financial identity. And that identity becomes a new financial reality. Every change begins with a choice. 2. Beliefs control behavior. Our beliefs shape everything: what we try, how we act, what we expect, and even what we tolerate. As Robbins puts it, beliefs are like internal commands to the brain. If your belief says, "I'm not smart enough," your brain will find ways to confirm it. But if you shift that belief to "I can figure this out," your brain begins to search for solutions instead of excuses. That's why Robbins emphasizes, you must question your limiting beliefs. Where did they come from? Are they serving you? And what would your life look like if you let them go? Growth starts by trading limitation for possibility. 3. Change happens in an instant. We often hear the phrase, "Change takes time," but Robbins flips that on its head. He says change doesn't take time, it takes a decision. What takes time is the lead up, the moments, days, or even years of hesitation before you commit. But the moment you decidedly decide, change happens. It might be the day you quit smoking, the day you finally speak your truth, the moment you choose to stop playing small. Real transformation isn't gradual, it's instant. It happens the second you say, "No more." 4. Pain and pleasure drive everything. Why do we do what we do when we know better? Robbins says it comes down to a simple truth. All human behavior is driven by the desire to avoid pain or gain pleasure. We avoid going to the gym because we associate it with discomfort. We eat that dessert because we associate it with comfort. So if you want lasting change, you need to rewire the emotional associations. Attach massive pain to the behavior you want to break, and attach massive pleasure to the new habit you want to build. Want to stop procrastinating? Link it to frustration, failure, lost opportunities. Want to become consistent? Link it to pride, growth, freedom. Change the meaning, and you change the behavior. 5. Raise your standards. Finally, Robbins says, if you want to change your life, you need to raise your standards. Decide what you will no longer tolerate from yourself, from others, from your circumstances. This isn't about perfection, it's about identity. You don't just try to get fit. You become the kind of person who works out. You don't just hope to save money. You become the kind of person who makes smart financial choices. Declare a new identity, one that aligns with the life you want, and then live into it every day. These 5 principles are the backbone of Awaken the Giant Within, and together, they offer a blueprint not just for improvement, but for true transformation. So the question is, what decision will you make today that your future self will thank you for? Because the giant within you, it's already there, strong, wise, and waiting. It's time to wake it up. So, what can you, the reader, or in this case, the listener, truly expect to walk away with from Awaken the Giant Within? It's more than just feel-good advice. It's a framework, a toolkit, a roadmap for radical self-mastery. Let's break it down. Clarity. First and foremost, you'll gain clarity. Clarity about who you are, what drives you, and most importantly, what's been holding you back. Tony Robbins helps you identify the core emotions, beliefs, and rules you've been living by, many of which you didn't even realize were running your life. You'll learn how to shift that internal compass, align your goals with your values, and finally move in the direction that feels right. Because when your vision is clear, your decisions become powerful. Emotional control. Life is full of ups and downs, but how you respond makes all the difference. Most people react impulsively, emotionally, and often regretfully. But Robbins shows you how to interrupt that cycle. You'll develop the skill of emotional mastery, the ability to manage your emotional state regardless of external chaos. You won't just feel more in control, you'll be more in control. And that kind of intentional living, that's where real confidence begins. Confidence. With better decisions comes greater momentum. And with momentum comes confidence. Not the kind of fake it till you make it confidence, but real earned, inner belief, the kind that grows every time you show up for yourself. Robbins teaches that confidence is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And soon, things you once feared become things you now own. Financial direction. Now, this isn't just a book about mindset, it's also about practical life mastery, building your finances. Tony goes beyond motivational hype. He dives into specific, actionable strategies for budgeting, saving, investing, and building lasting wealth. You'll learn how your beliefs around money have shaped your current situation and how to change them. Because wealth, Robbins argues, is 80% psychology and only 20% mechanics. When you master your money mindset, the rest follows. A new identity, and perhaps most powerfully of all, you'll walk away with the tools to build a new identity. One that's not based on your past, not based on your mistakes, your fears, or the limitations others have placed on you. You'll stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances, and start seeing yourself as the creator of your life. That shift alone, from reaction to creation, can change everything. So, what will you walk away with? Not just inspiration, but transformation. Not just a better version of your life, a better version of you. And it all starts with one decision. Are you ready? If there's one message to take away from Awaken the Giant Within, it's this: you already have what it takes. The strength, the potential, the answers, they've always been inside you. You don't need someone's permission. You don't need to wait for the right moment. Because this moment right here is as powerful as any. What you need is to decide. To decide you're done living by default. To decide that your past doesn't define your future. To decide to reclaim control over your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and your life. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start designing the life you want, Awaken the Giant Within just might be the catalyst you've been waiting for. If this summary sparks something in you, hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing insights, and tell us in the comments what's in decision you're making today to awaken your giant within. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, you don't have to find your power. You just have to use it. The giant is already awake. Now, it's time to let it lead.